Go where no man has gone before.
Boldly taking talk radio where it has never gone before. New vistas, new voices, new views, new visions, new victories. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we're taking public media black.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss it. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
I'm Dr. Orion Teraband, and this is Psych Hacks, Better Living Through Psychology. And the topic of today's short talk is you have to teach people how to feel about you. This is true for all relationships, and it's especially true with respect to your interactions with women. So if you want to learn how to present yourself confidently in social relationships, then this episode is for you. What you have to understand is that in the beginning, you are basically a blank slate to other people. Yes, folks are going to take a look at your physical appearance and the way you dress and the way you carry yourself and form some snap judgments with respect to the kind of person you might be. This is going to happen. And that's why first impressions are so important. However, a lot of the things that go into a first impression can actually be proactively addressed prior to any given interaction. You can give a lot of thought to your dress and your appearance and your carriage in advance. And if you do, these kind of passively exert their influence throughout the encounter so you can focus on other things. So in the beginning, people don't know much more about you besides that, which means that in these initial interactions, what you're primarily doing, no matter what you are ostensibly discussing, is teaching people how they should feel about you. And you do this through your nonverbals, your tone, your expression, your body language, your eye contact, etc. And if you're like most people, you probably want whomever you're speaking with to come away from the interaction with a positive impression of you. I'm going to teach you how to do that. The key to teaching people how to feel positively about you is to imagine that you are the world's greatest vacuum cleaner salesman. You're going to have to go with me on this one. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. First, you have to understand that when a person walks into your shop, the wind didn't just blow her in, man. Now, not every person who enters your shop is going to become a customer. However, she wouldn't be there at all if there wasn't some degree of interest on her part. So if you're having an interaction with someone, it helps to assume interest in the other party with respect to the interaction. Second, unless this person makes a beeline straight to one particular product, she doesn't yet know what she wants. She has a vague desire, like she's interested in buying something to help her clean up around the house, but she doesn't yet know what she wants specifically. She is, as of yet, at least partially ignorant of her own needs and desires. That's where you, the world's greatest vacuum cleaner salesman, come in. You are there to educate her with respect to her needs and desires and to direct her attention to what she should consider to be her best option, which just so happens to be a product you sell in your store. Now, every great salesman knows that one of the secrets of his success is believing in his product 100%. A master salesman not only knows his product inside and out, like he should be able to explain in loving detail all of the wonderful things of which his vacuum is capable, but he also believes that his product is the best vacuum cleaner available on the market in this class at this price point west of the Mississippi, or whatever compartmentalization he has to perform in order to be able to authentically arrive at this conclusion. And that total belief permeates through the nonverbal dimensions of his communication as he educates the potential customer as to how this vacuum is going to solve all of her dander problems and make cleaning a breeze. Now, Before I go,
He's talking about selling yourself to the potential customer. And here's the problem. I agree with what he said, but I think relationships are far deeper than me selling me to you, right? You can hear him setting it up, right? Like, you got to have confidence and belief in yourself, and, you know, you're the product, and she may not know what she wants. But the reality of it is, in the relationship realm, many relationship salesmen don't really know their product, i.e. themselves. So they might be running to the customer trying to sell an aspect of themselves to this person, or trying to sell, I could be this for you if you give me this. What are we bartering? I might be afraid of being lonely.
Lonely.
Look at that. I might be afraid of being alone.
Yes.
So I might be selling you a product, and that product might consist of my resources, my finances,
yes. Vanity.
My position. Vanity. Do you see how it's all tying back in to what your book is talking about? Where can people buy the book, sir?
Ladies and gentlemen and people of all ages, usually 18 to 90, I would say, it is available from Barnes & Noble and from Amazon Online and Apple Books. Now, for those of you that are not into the physical book, bless you. You can order it Kindle or ebook. Kindle on Amazon or ebook on Barnes & Noble. Eventually, hopefully some of our local bookstores will be carrying this very, very soon. Call your local bookstore and ask them for The 5 Pitfalls of a Relationship, what they haven't told you, why your love life stinks, by Dr. LeGrand Mason Jr. He's a good guy. I really like LeGrand, you know?
I like him too. I think he's all right. I think he's all right. But listen, maintaining a healthy balance between individual goals and shared aspirations is crucial for the success of any relationship. I have to still be me. I want the relationship to work, but there has to be a balance between me and what I want and what we want.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So some of those tips, right, to achieve this particular balance, open and honest communication.
Perfect. Communication is the foundation of every relationship or potential relationship. And let's face it, relationships go across the board. They pervade around the world. I don't care if it's a relationship with your neighbor, with your sibling.
They're ubiquitous.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yes.
The most successful sports teams have been blessed with having a good relationship amongst the teammates
and amongst the coach and amongst the organization.
It spreads. Yes. Absolutely.
Yes.
Every organization, it has that, whether we like that team or not, that athlete or not, somebody in that organization, someone on that team likes them.
There you go.
And they like each other.
There you go. Then also you're going to need mutual respect and support.
It is the most important thing about mutual respect. For good marriages, there's commitment, communication, intimacy, and then nobility, which I say respect, because sometimes nobility means you're not the leader all the time.
Ooh.
You're able to allow someone else to take the lead for a moment, and vice versa. Now, in my household, my wife is my queen. I'm the Archduke.
You're the Archduke.
I am the Archduke. There's only one king now. Let me, I'm not going to get too theological on us,
right?
But I am the Archduke.
Love it. I love it. Okay, what about collaboration and compromise?
Compromise has to be established through communication. Can we show each other what we like and what we don't like, and mutually respect what we don't like? If we can't communicate that, then all we do is we're combative the rest of the way. And those are the relationships, especially the committed relationships. And we're not talking about committed relationships. My book is not for married people or people in committed relationships. This book is why you as an individual have not been able to collaborate on a mutual and long-lasting relationship.
This book is about you.
It's about you.
Come on.
Absolutely. And why you? Why you? I'm going to have a sports jersey made up, and it's not going to have numbers. It's going to have a big Y on it.
Why you? All right. What about time management?
Time management is part of is systematic with commitment.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been in a relationship and you say, I'm going to pick you up at a certain time, and then you end up getting there and you end up waiting? You've already got reservations someplace, or you know it's going to take a certain period of time from A to B,
right?
And they don't respect your time.
Ooh.
Or vice versa. You say, hey, I'm going to pick you up at 8, and you show up at 8:40. Well, I thought you said we're going to be, leaving. You're going to be here at 8 o'clock, and you get here 40 minutes late.
Right.
I've been ready. People get anxious, and that creates the lack of commitment to them.
So talk to me about regular check-ins. We're talking about maintaining this balance. What about regular check-ins?
It means that you got to talk about things that don't work well. If you got a significant other or a person that you're totally interested in, when things don't really look good, you got to be 100 sometimes. You got to get wet.
You gotta get wet. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Dr. LeGrand Mason Jr., PhD. We trying to get wet. Here we go. Attila, get in here and give us your final thought.
Okay, so I don't have any more questions, but I just really want to say thank you so much, Dr. LeGrand. Like, this is really, really helpful to me at this particular moment in my relationship journey. So thank you.
No, we appreciate you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for participating with us.
There we go. I love it. True Monger, Dallas, Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Get in here.
Yes, sir. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm good, man, and I appreciate you for calling in. I know you a regular. You don't always want to talk, but I love it, man. Thank you for calling in. You brought Dallas, Texas in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, you know what you got to do. Call us at 1-800-920-1580. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic, and do you have any questions for Dr. LeGrand Mason Jr.?
First off, how you doing, Doc?
I'm doing well.
Good.
Thank you.
Man, this topic, man, it requires a lot of thinking, which in most cases people act like they're too busy to do.
Preach, brother.
One of the questions you asked, I believe, was, do you avoid the traps or do you learn how to manage them better? The answer is already in the question. It's just a matter of which answer you're going to choose. Because there's always going to be some people who try to avoid anything that's going to challenge them. They just want to go along to get along, try to go through real easy and whatnot. But to me, the one who goes through those experiences, they end up being better.
Yes, brother. Come on now. Come on. You got it. Tell us.
Because life itself is not easy.
There you go.
Nobody should expect it to be. Whether you're single or in a relationship, life is going to throw stuff at you. It's just a matter of how you learn to deal with it.
Come on, brother.
Because in the beginning, more often than not, in the beginning, you're going to handle stuff wrong. But you should learn those lessons going forward if you survive the experience.
If you survive the experience. Brother, it ain't gold you preaching, brother. These are diamonds you dropping on us, man. Diamonds and pearls. Where's Prince? And if I could sing, I'd sing that song. Brother, right on. You're telling the truth. It is, because life is life. We can't avoid it, and we don't get out of it alive. Sometimes we got to go through something. We've been talking about getting wet the whole time. And when Zoe started talking about, we're going to cook, And I told him, I'm going to bring the sauce. And, brother, that's what you're helping us do right now. You got some gravy for us right now.
But wait, I got questions for both of y'all. Because just listening to you guys, let me just ask this. The person who finds doing life too difficult to do with you, that's not your person. True or false?
True.
Because I've been through that myself.
Yes, we all have.
So, because people, when adversity pops up, you don't know how people are going to deal with it.
Absolutely.
Like you gave me some, like Zoe gave me some card readings before. Said I'm the storm bearer. I weathered the storm. Which, when I reflect on my life, I have done that. I just wasn't thinking about it. I know storms are coming. All I could do was prepare as best as I can and see them through.
There you go.
Some people like to run from them.
Yeah, true.
And why is that question true, Doc?
Because life never gives us a scenario before we come here. We just got to go through it. Pitfalls, potholes, sharp turns, narrow passageways. Life is all of those things that are scary overall. But we got to get through it. We can go through it. I always talk about, going through a tunnel and you see a light. It's not always a train coming on. It's just the end of the tunnel.
Do you see? Listen, think about that question. Somebody who can't do life with you is not right for you.
There you go.
Ooh, because life is exactly what the doc just laid down. We're going to hit those potholes. I don't care. Listen, I remember when I first bought my car. I was very, very cautious of potholes. And about 6 months into having it, here I am doing something with the radio. And, man, I hit the pothole, and I didn't feel anything. I was like, dang, I hit a pothole. But the car it drove well. I came all the way to work, came into work, did the show, came out, and the front tire was flat. and the back rim was bent.
Them potholes are hell.
I said, what in the... See, oftentimes, we try to avoid the pothole.
Yes.
This is why we started the question. Is it better to avoid pitfalls, i.e. potholes, or is it better to learn how to manage them? And when you find somebody that you love and that loves you,
key,
and that's a quality person,
key,
why wouldn't you do life with them regardless of the potholes you hit? When we come forward, me and the doc and Truemonger gonna talk about it.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Happy birthday, Metro K-Line. Whether traveling for business or pleasure, it's time you made today a K-Line day. The K-Line can connect you with fun, food, friends, and family from Crenshaw to Inglewood in one safe, clean, comfortable ride. Take the K-Line today and experience the diversity that makes LA such a great place to live, work, and play. Make it a K-Line day. Go Metro. Visit metro.net/K-Line.
Hey, everything okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Honey. Hey, I'm here for you. Tell me about school today.
When kids can't find the right words, music can help them sound it out. Talk to the kids in your life about their emotional well-being. Find tools and resources at sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal Ventures.
At City National, we listen to you.
I want to expand my business and my legacy.
I want to set up the next generation for success.
I want to see my vision
come to life.
I want to feel right at home. Your goals, passions, vision, future. We want to hear it and work alongside you to achieve it. Visit cmb.com to learn more. City National Bank. Here for our clients and communities.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA reminds you that when we fight, we win, and we don't black down. LA Community Action Network, or LA CAN, was formed in 1999 when 25 residents of downtown LA came together and acknowledged the problems that existed in their community and made a commitment to do something about those problems, to stand together, organize, and become a force in the community that demands change. Civil rights and preventing the criminalization of poverty are their core projects. In addition, they take on women's rights, the human right to housing, and healthy food access. LA CAN also has projects focused on economic development, civic participation, voter engagement, and community media. While downtown LA remains their home base, with a particular emphasis on the Skid Row community, in 2007, they expanded their housing and healthy food access work into South Central Los Angeles. LA CAN believes that power for low-income people and people of color is achieved through a large, active, and well-informed member base that utilizes a multitude of methods to advance their messages and goals. If you'd like to join the Los Angeles Community Action Network and organize people to fight back against oppression, please visit cangress.org. That's cangress.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Ladies and gentlemen, my co-host is back on track. Don't be cruel, Bobby Brown. We on fire tonight, man. I'm excited about my guest. I love learning from folk, man. And this is an elder, man. I got to respect this brother because, man, he done lived it. How long you been married, brother?
51 years.
Come on now. Come on. So he know how to keep it going.
That's right.
So we've come full circle after coming forward. Mm-hmm. And, you know, when we came forward, I asked the question. Being with somebody who doesn't want to do life with you, that's a death sentence for the relationship, right?
Usually.
Yes.
It shouldn't be a death sentence. It should just be a caution that says turn around and leave.
Ooh.
But when we're forcing ourselves on someone, like we might do in entrapment and even in spite, we're making it uncomfortable for the other person. So how can you have a mutual relationship?
Wow. Truemonger, what are your thoughts on that, man?
Oh, wow. it can be difficult if y'all don't have an understanding of what y'all really doing, or if your partner's not trying to understand you. You know, it can be very difficult because your partner might not be on the level that you are, or as far as maturity, seeing the bigger picture, actual feeling what you feel for them, etc., and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know, man. It can be tough because if that person doesn't want to go through life with you, you may give them a grace period to see if they really just unsure of themselves, or if they're just around you just for the sake of being around you. If that's the case, pack their bags, tell them to go find what they're looking for.
Man, true, Monger.
In my opinion.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. You brought Dallas, Texas in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. Now, let's get deep. What is the purpose of a relationship? You said earlier that relationship is ubiquitous for human beings. We're in relationship with the earth.
Correct.
We're in relationship at work. We're in relationship in the family. We're in relationship everywhere, not just intimate relationships. But what is the purpose for relating?
You know, relationships are inanimate, organic, mechanical, academic, theological, anti-theological, universal. Relationships, the world is made up of a relationship. And we can get a little deep. We talk about gravity. We can talk about minerals. We can talk about the source of water. All of those things, there is a complete relationship throughout the world. Rocks don't mate, but they certainly play a part in our existence here on this planet. We know that there are similar things like that on other units in the universe that look like rocks. They could be made up of something else, but they look like what we think they are.
Right.
But they play a part in something. That's what a relationship essentially, basically is. It plays a part of being and bringing something or some beings or some people together.
So relationships are for togetherness.
Togetherness, yes.
So in coming together, there still must be a reason for why we should come together. So if we're coming together, are we coming together to learn something about each other and ourselves? So would you say relationship is a type of classroom for that?
Oh, it's not only a classroom. It's a sport. It's a meal.
Come on.
It's an abode, a place to live. It is comfort and it's discomfort. We can't do without it. We talk about getting wet. You know, when we got those hot days here in L.A., some folks say, well, I'll be glad when it rains.
Okay. Wait, hold tight. When we come forward, Dr. LeGrand Mason Jr. is not playing. When we come forward, we got a lot more to talk about.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Tyreek Wynn. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. The NAACP is suspending their Nashville, Tennessee branch president over allegations she made toward the organization and state conference leaders. President and CEO Derek Johnson says Vanita Lewis, who is black, has undermined the mission and work of the NAACP. While speaking with WSMV, Lewis characterized the organization's leadership as a dictatorship, saying other local officials have been removed over disagreements as well. A state delegate is throwing his support behind former Mayor Sheila Dixon, who is black, for Baltimore, Maryland's 2024 Democratic mayoral primary. Baltimore City Delegate Sandy Rosenberg endorsed Dixon, saying the city needs a mayor who knows that community problems have to be addressed right away. Mayor Eric Adams, who is Black administration, is looking at expanding services offered at New York City's Asylum Application Help Center. Members of the Office of Immigrant Affairs testified at a council hearing. That's the latest. I'm Tyreek Wynn on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network.
Water. All of life depends on it. So, for the love of water, California, everyone has a part to play when it comes to reducing water waste. Let's make conservation a way of life. Find ways to conserve at SaveOurWater.com.
To boldly go where no man has gone before.
Boldly taking talk radio where it has never gone before. New vistas, new voices, new views, new visions, new victories. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we're taking public media black.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Learn more at chase.com/business premier. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Account subject to credit approval. Restrictions and limitations apply. Cards are issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank. Any member FDIC.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom, she started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Turning my pain into purpose is pretty much what I have done to start this foundation.
In August 2020, after the death of George Floyd, Bridget Floyd and other family members established the George Floyd Memorial Foundation in support of the Black community.
It's going to take more than just us as a foundation. It's going to take the community, the world, to make a change.
Fight for racial justice for the Black community. Learn how at lovehasnolabels.com. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
If you're a veteran with a service-connected disability that is directly impacting your ability to work, resources are available to help you find employment. VA's Veteran Readiness and Employment, or VR&E, can assist you with finding a job that uses your existing skills. Or, if you're interested in exploring a new field, a VR&E counselor can help you determine the right education or training options for a new career. Find out if VR&E is right for you by visiting va.gov/VRE today.
1 in 4 Americans today are living with a disability. I'm one of them. People with disabilities are extremely talented, resilient problem solvers that have so much to offer. And we've got a trusted ally on our side, an organization we can rely on, Easter Seals. Easter Seals is leading the way to full equity, inclusion, and access to healthcare, employment, and education for people with disabilities, families, and communities. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours.
Learn more and get involved at easterseals.com.
Joey from Vermont, a farmer trying to get through the winter. Adriana from South Carolina, a single mother living paycheck to paycheck. Liam from Ohio, an injured father struggling to provide for his family. Hi, I'm Shanola Hampton, and I support the Feeding America network of food banks because they help provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. Learn more at feedingamerica.org.
For all of us, this generation and the next, there is simply no place in our lives for litter. And yet, it's everywhere we look, and unfortunately, it does belong to all of us. So let's come together and create a litter-free, clean California once and for all. Remember to properly dispose of your trash and recycling. Secure truckloads with tarps to keep debris from flying out. Clean out your car when you're at the gas station. Take pride in your community by organizing a cleanup event or join a cleanup event near you. Zero litter is the goal. Join us at cleanca.com. That's cleanca.com. Let's do it together. Brought to you by Caltrans. cleanca.com.
KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm calling you up. I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need a love doctor, and I need it right away. I'm calling you up. I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need to hear the doctor's voice of reason.
Yo, so I got this two-timing chick who got her revenge from when I was on my two-time tip. And even when I tried to correct it, she couldn't get past how she was disrespected, neglected my effort, a pair with no trust, dirty games and affairs that been tearing us up. If things ain't picture perfect, is it really worth it? I have an idea, but I need to know for certain.
I'm calling you up. I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need a love doctor, and I need it right away. I'm calling you up. I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need to hear the doctor's voice of
Ladies and gentlemen, I love that drop, man. The voice of reason in the building, on fire tonight with Dr. LeGrand Mason Jr., PhD, married for 51 years. He is a doctor of psychology. Y'all want to talk to him? Y'all want to talk to him? I'm not going to ask y'all to call tonight.
Come on, folks.
No. I want to get deep. So we were talking about relationship being like a classroom.
Mm-hmm.
A place where one learns about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know your thought on my favorite philosopher, J. Krishnamurti. He said something very profound about relationships. He said, relationship is the mirror in which we see ourselves as we are. All life is a movement in relationship. Mm-hmm. There is no living thing on earth which is not related to something or other.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the ubiquity of relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So as it pertains to human beings,
Mm-hmm.
we are to go into this relationship as a student. You tell me what you think of this. I need you to. We're supposed to go into the relationship as a student of ourselves.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on that?
A student of self, meaning that we're always learning about ourselves. We're always like a snake shedding its skin. We are growing, we are existing. Sometimes we have to not get things, and sometimes we receive things we don't want. Sometimes we get things that are way too big for us, so we have to shrink it down.
Come on.
A snake is perfect for that because a cobra, a python, squeezes its victim so it is compact enough to consume. Sometimes we have to do that with ourselves. We have to make certain that we are within ourselves what we can consume as a person of ourself. Our own existence. If we give that picture that someone can learn, can see, because sometimes it's not about what people learn from us, it's how they see us, and sometimes how they hear us.
See, because how I look at it is, I walk in to this relationship. I'm self-unaware about aspects of myself. There are aspects that I am fully aware of, but then there are aspects that might be awakened because I'm in this relationship. Aspects that I did not know about.
And that's the fun part.
Yes.
Getting to know something that you didn't have or know about before.
Right.
That's growth. That is the pureness of being a student.
Right.
I have a PhD, but as I mentioned earlier, I found out when I did my doctorate, I still didn't know doodly squat.
Doodly. Doodly.
I'm enjoying learning.
Yes.
And that's why I'm hoping people call in, they make their comments, they make their opinions, they share it with us.
Mm-hmm.
I grow from that. My research was based on not my own experiences alone, but others that felt comfortable enough to share with me the vignettes and the other little tidbits that went into the anecdotal research of my book.
So what's very heavy right now is there's this thing going on in the world,
Yes.
and it's Jada Pinkett and Will Smith and all the stuff that's happening with them. And the question becomes, you can see that they are living pitfalls, right? As it is framed in your book, the 5 pitfalls, right? With what's happening with them and what's been put out through the media, because you can't believe everything that's being put out through the media, but with what's being put out there, how do you align what they're doing with the virtues in your book, the 5 pitfalls? What do you see?
Maybe they are not pitfalls to them. They're living in a different dimension that the rest of us would languish from and anguish about. And to them, it's just part of their existence. Snake pits. Not every other creature can exist in a snake pit. But the snakes do.
And comfortably.
And thrive.
Okay.
I'm not calling them snakes, okay?
No,
but I'm just saying things that seem uncomfortable to the rest of us are extremely comfortable to people like themselves.
And your thoughts on, say, because there's a lot of celebrity folk out there talking about relationship too. And I know as a doctor, I know you sit back and you go, wow, I don't know if that's congruent with reality. How is it that they can be on here and talk about certain things? They might be leading people astray.
That's
your
the problem.
thoughts?
That's the vanity, the influence. When in my book, I talk about celebrities who have this front to the rest of the world that look, oh man, they're a perfect couple. Oh, they're having great fun. But in reality, it's a joke. It's a front. It's a vanity. It's a big old piece of furniture that looks good on the outside, and it ain't got doodly squat on the inside.
Pomp and pageantry. It reminds me. I tell people all the time, you want to get married? Everybody's talking about being married and how marriage is good for the black family, and it is. I believe in that. However, I want what the symbol symbolizes. I don't want just the symbol. Many people get the symbol and they think the work is done. And that's why you hear them say, the best day of my life was my wedding. Well, the wedding was the ceremony. The word ceremony and symbol mean the same thing. You got the symbol, but you don't have what the symbol symbolizes.
Exactly.
To me, that's what's important. You got what the symbol symbolizes, brother. 51 years in. How did you make it work?
Work.
Come on.
It's work. It's work. It is truly work. Trust me, I can honestly say my wife would say, hey, he's right. The first 25 years, we put in some serious work. We still lacked certain abilities to communicate. I thought hollering and screaming. She thought hollering and screaming was the way we're supposed to. Yeah.
Right.
And we finally learned how to truly speak to one another without hollering and screaming. Now, that doesn't say, it doesn't get a little feisty once in a while, because that's life. We're humans. We're not perfect, but we find a way to bring it down. I romance my wife. I still romance her. I buy her stuff, take her places, we travel, have a good time. Hey, I still got to be that dude.
Right. My girl is the feistiest of the two of us. She get feisty. I just back down. All right. Can you bring it down a little, please? When we come forward, me and Dr. LeGrand, we're going to keep cooking. We're about to get even deeper. You thought I was going to take my foot off the gas? Wrong.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
If you're like me, 60 and retired, making ends meet, especially here at the supermarket and drugstore, is tough. I'm so blessed to have found benefitscheckup.org. It's a free and confidential website from the National Council on Aging that connected me to $1,200 a year in programs that help pay for food, medicine, utilities, and more. Maybe it can help you. benefitscheckup.org.
Now. We tend not to think about now. We dream about tomorrow, relive yesterday. But right now in front of us is victory over cancer. Right now, cancer research funded by the V Foundation is leading to better treatments and saving lives. Victory over cancer is there for the taking by you, because today's cancer research is tomorrow's victory. Learn more at v.org.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Is your eyesight changing?
I can't read this anymore.
Don't lose hope. People just like you are working every day using Braille, screen magnification, speech technology, and other tools and blindness skills. Your eyesight may have changed, but your goals, they don't have to. We can help. Visit us on the web at blind.org. The National Federation of the Blind. Live the life you want.
What is dedication?
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that my kids wouldn't have a father. And I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. I definitely had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.
That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminding you that we keep us safe. Pro Football Hall of Famer and urban peace pioneer Jim Brown believed in just that. So he founded the Amera I Can Foundation for Social Change in 1988, focusing on at-risk and high-risk youth in underserved schools and juvenile detention facilities, as well as adult incarceration and reentry initiatives. The core of the Amera I Can program is its 15-chapter life skills curriculum. Mastery of these skills allows individuals to meet their academic potential, conform their behavior to acceptable societal standards, and improve the quality of their lives by equipping them with what they need to confidently and successfully contribute to society. Today, the foundation is led by its president, Monique Brown, who has been actively involved in the organization for more than 25 years. The Amera I Can Foundation continues its work in memory of its founder, actor, philanthropist, and NFL legend Jim Brown. To get involved or make a donation, please visit AmeriICanCommunity.partners. That's AmeriICanCommunity.partners. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Oh, jam, jam, Teddy, jam for me, yeah. Teddy, jam for me, yeah.
Takes me back my days when I could Roger Rabbit. Oh, goodness.
Come on, man. The voice of reason. Hey. What y'all know about music, man? My playlist is my co-host, the VOR. On fire tonight, sitting in with Dr. LeGrand Mason Jr., PhD. He has a wonderful book, The 5 Pitfalls of a Relationship. What they haven't told you why your love life stinks. Mm-hmm. I want y'all to go support this book. Go support this brother. He has done some real good work tonight, and I'm appreciative of it. But it's not over. We still got 10 minutes.
Man, that went fast.
Yes, it did.
Oh, boy.
Only in a relationship can you know yourself. Not in abstraction and certainly not in isolation. The movement of behavior is the sure guide to yourself. It's the mirror of your consciousness. The mirror will reveal its content, the images, the attachments, the fear, the loneliness, the joy, the sorrow. Poverty lies in running away from this, either in its sublimations or its identities. The great Krishnamurti. He's saying, you got to get in it, which is getting wet. You got to get in the relationship. Do you know we live in a time today where people feel empowered from breaking up? Now, listen, if it's violent, leave.
Correct.
If it's abusive, emotionally, psychologically, all that, leave.
Get out.
Get out immediately. But if it's not those things, but it's challenging,
there you go.
do you see?
Yes.
Typically, the challenge in relationship comes from the mirror reflection that is showing you. And many people say, no, I don't want no parts of seeing me. That's what Carl Jung said. People will do absolutely anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid looking at their own shadow.
That's
correct. Talk to me.
That's correct. One of the things that we find out is that a good relationship had struggle like building a muscle.
Come on. What? What? Say it again.
A good relationship had struggle like building a muscle. You had to pull it, stretch it, bend it. Pull it, stretch it. Pull it, bend it, stretch it. It had to go through that, and to the point where not only did it get bigger, but it got stronger.
It got stronger.
And if it got bigger and stronger, guess what? The longevity, when you continue to do the work, bend it, stretch it, bend it, pull it.
If I may, it sounds like you're saying we have to embrace the difficulties that come with relationship, the pitfalls even. We have to embrace them, because I think encouched in them, in each struggle, there's a lesson, there's a jewel, there's some type of up-leveling that could be had.
Perfect. It takes you from zero to the next level. The more work you put in it, the higher you get. It may go wider, or it may go higher, but it's not going to get lower if you put in the work. Relationships require to be put in the work. In my book, on page 3, it's one of my new quotes.
Woo! True Monger in the chat room said, relationship grows in recovery.
Yeah, there's muscles. There's your muscles. There's your muscle growth right there. There you go.
Come on. Now, the quote in your book is, what does it say?
It says, this is after vanity relationships are empty and over time become unworthy of being a part of pursuing a love affair. Futile is the heart unwarmed, and pointless is the love incomplete. If you don't put in the work, if you don't have the intentions of making that heart warm to you, and all you want to do is pass through, that's vanity.
And I want you guys to listen very carefully here. He's not saying do this for somebody that is not worthy of it. He's not saying do this for somebody who is abusive. He's not saying do this for somebody who is abjectly disrespectful.
There it is.
He's not saying that. He's saying the one that is your one, that does love you, that does reciprocate, but comes with their own issues.
They're not empty. That's what we need. We need relationships that have some heart. We need relationships that have content that is brought It doesn't have to be daily, but it has to be effort in bringing that. The most successful relationships, again, they require work. And you got to want to do it. If you don't want to do it, you ain't no good. Every great musician we know, they put in the work. They practice, right?
All day long.
Romance is the same way. If you don't practice your romance, you ain't going to have none. Wow. And you got to give some to get some.
You got to bring some to take some. Come on. Ooh, and what is forgiveness's role in this?
Oh, forgiveness is understanding that we're not perfect. As long as it didn't physically hurt you or emotionally just slay you, the chances are very good you can forgive.
Talk to me about being emotionally slayed. That's heavy.
Oftentimes, when an emotion is murdered, it's because of Anticipation.
Wait, hold on. You just blew me up. An emotion can be murdered?
Like you said, slayed.
Wow. It just felt different when you said, when an emotion is murdered. I said, well, where's the tombstone? Go ahead.
Yeah. You know, you just cut somebody's heart out.
Wow.
If you've done that, if you felt slayed or murdered in your relationship based on anticipation, it was probably vanity. It was probably a sense of desperation, which always can be brought back to, is it me or is it them? Is it you or is it me? Or is it just me? And if we do it properly, if we have that great reflection, discernment, self-analyzing and look back what we did before we got here, and it keeps happening over and over again.
Right.
It's you. It's
you.
Me.
Where can they find the book, man? Tell them right now.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, and people of all ages, and especially if you're 18 to 90, you can find this on Amazon Books. You can find it books Barnes & Noble. Hopefully very, very soon, some of our local bookstores like Malik might have this. Barnes & Noble will be having it physically as well as online with Apple Books. You can get it Kindle or ebook.
I got my copy. Listen, we started the conversation. It's up to you to finish it. Up next, my homegirl, your homegirl, KBLA's homegirl is in the building. You know she's going to keep the fire lit. It's RSVP with Jill Monroe. And tomorrow is my Friday, so you know I'm finna come in here and jump off the top rope. You understand? I'm finna drop the elbow on you. Tomorrow, we on fire. You already know how we do. When I come forward, it'll be a whole new week, new topics. Stay tuned. Jill Monroe, RSVP. Holla!